But yeah. To speak about. Apparently, Nintendo is out here fighting for their life to justify the price. I'm gonna read up on it because I think the price of the Nintendo Switch would be justified like a year down the line, but right now, hell no. But let's read on and see if maybe they. Because apparently, the president of Nintendo of America, not the wonderful, brilliant, patient king, Reggie Fils-Aimé, but this bald-headed random nigga named Doug Bowser, said, according to this headline, that they recognize there are some people that may be able to afford the price. I want to know what their response was to that. There's a lot of comparisons I've seen when it first came out was comparing them to it wasn't Phil Spencer, but one of the leads at Xbox at the time for around when the Xbox One came out, apparently said something. They basically hit the if you're broke, just say that type quote to say the Xbox One costs too much. Xbox One generation happened and now everything. Anyway, oddly, they decided not to reveal the price of the hybrid device during their latest Direct press. Fans were able to determine the console is set to launch for basically $600, base $450 for tariffs. Needless to say, this is an extremely high ask, even for the most hardcore Nintendo fans. For those of you who aren't clear or clarified by what they're saying by that statement, when it comes to Nintendo fans, you could slap slop on a plate, they'll buy it because the slop is red and has a white circle with that red M in the middle. Due to all of this, Nintendo's pricing strategies has caused an uproar among the fan base, blah blah blah. Nintendo decided to stay silent on the matter for a period of time, so Douglas B was finally pressed about the issue. Blah blah blah. President of Nintendo, Doug Bowser, mentioned that games will have variable pricing. Okay, cool, we know that. Repeatability of gameplay experience, which does that mean? Because there's something like Fortnite. Actually, technically, every game has a repeatable game. So, we already talked about that. Ultimately, Bowser declared that not every game will cost $80 like Mario Kart will, but actually $5. $90 tax. Oh, physical, $100 tax. Like Mario Kart World. As of right now, they haven't yet had a what the average cost. Nigga, 90. Well, actually, I get really. So still $100 because DLC. Fuck, you thought you was running from 100? Oh, nigga, you're gonna buy the DLC or play half a game, or you're gonna buy $100,000 in microtransactions. During another interview, is that the comic website? Oh no, somebody else. Should I be? Or like have they? Oh, it's like the Canadian. As we look at Nintendo Switch 2, and you think about the feature sets that I talked about. So this time in Mario Party, instead of vibrating a little bit, it vibrates a little bit. But the only new feature have that little dumbass mouse feature, and I promise you, no sensible person has ever bought a Nintendo Switch, looked at the Joy-Con, looked at the screen, and damn it! If only I could play my Nintendo games with the mouse! Nigga, nobody has ever in fucking life said that sentence. Nobody. So the major feature you're talking about is gonna go unused by like 99% of the fucking developers that make games for you. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody asked for that shit. back to what I was talking about. However, BOWSER also acknowledged that not everyone will be able to afford it. Too. Because not everybody will be able to afford it, but they still buy it anyway. He assured people that the Switch 2 predecessor will still be supported for at least a little while after the launch of the console, meaning they're not snatching on that shit wild. We recognize there are some people that may not be able to afford this price point. You're broke, say that and stay your bitch ass on the front. Probably what that finds up. But that's why we wanted to ask some people. Blah blah blah. Over 8 years since the Switch original launch, and that's gonna be a whole bunch of them. Yeah, I pretty much. You know, this is an example. Bullshit. Let's say charge $80 physical game cartridge. Console costs a lot. No, fine. The reason why they're upping the price on games is because the way consoles work, they lose money when you buy the console. So, for example, if you were to take your own money and build a Nintendo Switch using similar or the same parts they would, you would basically spend about $400 or whatever price, in this case $450, to build the Switch. If you were to build it like around right now when it's out, and if we're ignoring tariffs and all, you would spend about $450 to put that console together. Where they make their money back is however many buy games. Look at PS4 players. They've been buying stuff on PlayStation since 2013. So you paid $400 in 2013. Let's say you buy 4 games a year. Where's my calculator? So the Switch costs however much. Let's say, not the Switch. The PlayStation 4 costs, let's say $400. PlayStation 4 costs $400. So they're negative $400 out the start. Start with that. Negative 400. Biden. So they start off with, oh my god. Fucking. So they start off with negative 400. This is the start. Negative 400. Now, let's say since 2013, that's when years, 3, 4, 25. So we're 12 years. So let's say to average it out for about the past 10 years, we've been buying PlayStation 4 games. So 400, negative 400. Here's a parenthesis. Negative 4. Negative 400. Plus 400 plus and this time, let's say you buy 5 games. What's 5 times? They started off at 6. So let's just say 5 times 6. 5 times 5, 10, 5, 30. So that's $300 a year in video games. 10 times 300. Minus the price of how much you paid for the console. If you're spending you're spending $300 in games a year, 10 times 300, buying games for the last 10, minus the price of the game of the console, you gave them $2,000. And your ass know, not only did you buy 2K, not only did you buy Madden, not only did you buy FIFA, you also brought card pack after card pack after card pack. You know this. I was gambling hardcore on that. Dumping hours and dumping money into it. Like crazy, left and right. You know it. You don't have to tell me. You know it. So now imagine. There's 97 million people playing PlayStation. So 90. 90 million, but for the sake of simplicity, 90 million. So that's 1, 90. So that means PlayStation made $200 billion. Okay, that's $200 billion. Now I know this is not gonna fluctuate. Stuff like posted everything. PlayStation first came, games were 60. It has been 10 full years, but the point is, these niggas bank off these. They make their money off of you buying, not off of them selling you the console. Because probably right now, if you buy a PS, they're making more selling you more than their powerful console. Because it's not, the shit is old, it's a powerful console. They make their money off where it ends. So I don't think the price of the console is crazy. It makes sense when you out a former PlayStation president on this one. I don't give a fuck about the article. I want to read the goddamn. Oh, actually.
Yeah, so
yup, we got the direct video. Yup, let's watch it.
Actually, I was in the live reaction stream for not easier as in the min-max. Yeah. And I had to be pride. I wanted to be pride. So something I didn't say there was to me it was a bit mixed message from Nintendo. In a sense, I think Nintendo is losing their identity. In my opinion, like for me, they are always about creating some new experience, like designing hardware and games, together to create something that amazing, new.
And also something I want to add on to what he, because like some of you may have the inclination, some of you may think, but Nintendo made it so you can use the Joy-Con like a mouse. Yeah, nigga, no. Every other Nintendo console before this, major Nintendo console, had like a major innovation that changed it and a hardware. So for the NES and SNES, that was just a hardware. That was just a big hardware. Then from the SNES 4, they changed the game with that 64-bit processing controller. Or to the GameCube. Game controllers that we have now are still using design GameCube controller. Okay? Then from the N64, the whole philosophy of the console being a home family console where it has simplified controls where you do this and the character does this with you. That was an innovative idea. We never seen no stuff like that before. That was a crazy, fun new idea. The Wii U Qaptain it did the first of a portable console level, like dedicated gaming device. Now we got the Switch, we got the ROG Ally, we got the PlayStation. They were the first in terms of who's doing that. Even with the other flop that a lot of you probably don't remember, the Virtual Boy. They had a virtual reality gaming concept. Like nigga, 90. When did the Virtual Boy came? Come on. 1995. The virtual 1995. The Virtual Boy came out and they made the first VR console. Well, the first console comparable to VR console in 1995. So every other major console they had was an innovation. Even if you talk about the Game Boy, Just revolutionizing the idea of portable gaming, period. After like the Game & Watch, then go up to the DS, revolutionizing again the 3DS, which was a continuation. I'm saying every other console they had a major innovation. The Switch has a fucking body axe. Would have been fine without it.
Experience. But Switch 2, as we all anticipated, is a better Switch, right? It's a larger screen, more powerful processor, higher
PlayStation actually
4K, 120 FPS. They even had a hardware person starting the stream, you know, like other platforms do, right? And because it's a better Switch, the core premise of the whole
we already know it.
Is, you know,
it's factual.
We made things better, and that's something other companies have been doing all the time. And of course, it's more powerful Switch, so it's great if you had your gaming was only on Nintendo hardware. It's the first time for you to be able to play amazing games like, you know, Elden.
Hold up, I gotta pause the music and drop a fucking flex bomb. Damn! Called out all the Nintendo niggas. He said, "Hey yo, Nintendo niggas, we played these games at least 3 years ago. We just got Elden Ring. Nigga, Elden Ring came out in 2022. You couldn't get the game till 2025. The fuck?" He said, "Y'all Nintendo niggas, y'all behind. Y'all in the back. Y'all in the Rosa Parks section of the game. If that shit ain't made for Switch, if the developers aren't willing to stuff that game onto a Switch cartridge, turn off the game quality, just make the shit go. It's gonna be sounding all distorted like you talking to a nigga to a PS4 earbud. Remember that mic that came with the OG? Like, it's gonna sound like a nigga got on a headset like this talking out that bitch. Yeah, hey guy, like all that loud ass distortion and buzzing in the background is gonna sound like that nigga flying on the highway. Meow, meow. Gonna be hearing planes landing and shit in the background when that nigga talking. Your shit gonna be ooh, gonna sound like you like an audience in the background when really that's just your Switch trying to cool itself off enough so it don't melt. Yeah, he said you Nintendo motherfucker. Y'all 3 years late at minimum. Sometimes 10. Remember, the Switch came out in 2017. Fuckers is like 6 years behind on
Ring was the first time. But for us, like core gamers who own multiple hardware,
hardcore gaming
games on, you know, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, especially, you know, games they showed off, especially from third parties.
Yeah, they look cool, but
you know, in theory, it's amazing to have all these, you know, all stars of industry games on Nintendo hardware. However, what they showed
worst
version.
They showed the worst versions of the greatest. That's what he's trying to say. Because earlier, he did say he was trying to be polite, but yeah, they're showing the worst versions of the best game. Y'all remember Mortal Kombat 1 from last year? Let me remind you. Actually, I'm on the IGN website. I'll probably be. Pop up. Look, Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. Bitch. That's let me see. That one. Which here we go. Let me remind y'all what Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch looks like. I promise you, these games came out same year. These two games, let's my camera, so I can see.
must be careful.
This game,
Madam Bo will kick us out if we break something.
Oh, this won't last long enough for that to happen. You will be down in no time.
Fight!
Same year. Same year. Same year.
For that,
So you can see, look.
you will be
putting it
down
on the highest quality.
Fight!
Same year. Same exact year. How crispy it looks, how clean it looks, the lighting looks all types of cool. This literally looks like a PS1 game. That's what Nintendo fans are used to. Getting the worst version of the worst in gaming and the best versions of the worst versions of the best in gaming. But ain't a Nintendo Switch? Buy a Nintendo Switch. That means you're buying Mario Party, Mario Kart World, and you gotta buy. To me, I need at least 2 games to justify buying a console. Unless you are that's the only thing you. I don't know. But before we get out this, watch this next. Oh, so if you want to make a strings build with pop me, I like the tank they had in the up. Ah! I just can't. I especially like that headband. Yeah, tables. That's gonna be something regular haul. Damn. Put up a tombstone? I can hop off the tombstone? Oh, so that tombstone thing is a part of his name. Gotcha. Oh, so I can make the tombstone to jump off. Not only is jumping off of things good, but oh, when I hit dilapidate. That's what I want. It's gonna be slow as shit, but everything going to dilapidate. Another something I just wanted to get an update on. Watch a little. Is the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. I know nerd shit, but nerd shit I care. Nerd dude is the most. Oh, should be today. Watch it. Urgent select. Alright, this is the one that matters. Change the resolution for increased graphics. They added widescreen patch! Now, without getting nerdy, yes, the size of the screen in a fighting game matters. Yes, look at how different that is when because they do have to zoom in to show you the kind of have to lock in. Like I think, like don't look at the pixelated sprites because those are sprites. Those look the same. The 3D models, look at the edges. Like right here, this white edge right here looks more grainy and pixelated. Even if you need to pause screenshot and zoom in a little bit, do that. But there's a reason why this is a good thing. I don't know why that wasn't good. Oh! So you could turn special button on and off. No accidental press. Okay, that's a good thing. Because before you have to go all the way. You press back. Which that ain't even out yet. Oh wait, no, actually I think it's my last. I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh no. I thought they were saying. But that's cool. Just a little quick update on that. And I just wanted to watch the trailer for this because I actually do have it downloaded and I am gonna try it out. If I like it. Hey. Actually looks crispy. I was gonna. I wonder if I'll be able to. It really does deserve the awards. Backbone should. When you transfer progress, that's something that actually. That big either. That size. I remember it wasn't that big. Probably like a gigabyte. Compatible with most controllers and 2 gigabytes, 2.6 gigabytes is all it takes up. The app size itself is 2.5, but you can put it in 2.6. Not bad, not bad. All that be it, I think I'm about to go pay me some Marvel reviews. Server people.